Good morning, y'all. I don't think I ever record my actual face this early, right? And this is another heart check that he gave me the other night. So whichever night that I had, Saturday night, and I told y'all, like, anybody else's heart checks this intense, or is it just me? This is the one he gave me when I was praying. So, like, when I was walking around talking to him, right? He said, what if you had everything you wanted? And for me, like, I would always tell God, like, you just blessed me with my family, like my husband and my kids. I ain't gonna ask you for nothing else. Like, God, it's nothing more that I could, like, want in this life, right? And it's reminding me of how, like, the very things we want, which we desire the most, that's, like, what's most easy to make an idol, right? And it's always the things that you're not worried about that he blesses you with. I think I made a video about that a long time ago, right? I recognize it's stuff that I have going on. It's stuff that I've done. It's stuff that he's blessed me with. And those are the things that other people want so desperately, so badly, they desire so badly. And then, like, for me, I'm looking like, I ain't even asked for this, right? And then you'll find that with a lot of married people. Like, I remember my parents told me that, like, nah, I wasn't looking to get married. And it was like, what? There it is, right? And that's how God works, because like I said, the things we desire the most, we want the most, that's usually what we struggle with making an idol, right? So he asked me, what if I had everything that I wanted? And I was like, so the husband and the kids. So I was like, I won't ask you for nothing else. Like, I keep telling you that. He was like, wrong answer. And not so much as, like, that's not actually how I feel about it, but that's just not how it works. And I think I've said that in another video, like, purpose does not go away just because the promise is fulfilled, right? And so even when I give you these things, what if you had everything that you think you want right now? And that's the kicker, like, what you think you want right now. Every single round with God goes higher and higher, okay? And then if you caught my Monday motivation, because this is actually where I pulled it from, this heart check I had the other night. Every child of God has an innate desire to do more and be more. And so if it's in us to be like that, because I think that's in another Monday motivation, our vision and stuff grows with us. It expands with us. Like, it's like a moving target. Like, every round with God goes higher and higher. So we never arrive, right? And so he was reminding me of that. So if we have an innate desire to do more and be more, that means it's always going to require more of him, more of him. And so what he was telling me was, the places I'm taking you, you haven't seen anything yet. Like, you're saying that from the moment you're in right now, Megan, like the present moment. Like, you're saying, if I give you everything you desire right now, then you're not going to ask me for nothing else. And he was like, that's false, because that's just what you desire and what you think right now. Also, remembering that he gives us the desires of our heart, so he could change what we desire. Bless you with this husband and these kids, this family, and then I'll change your desire to desire something else that I need you to do with this man, or something else that I need you to be and do for those kids. God gives us the desires of our heart. And y'all remember when we all had that breakthrough? Like, it's not he give us what we want, he places that into our hearts, right? So I was just talking to my mama about it, and she was like, right, because as soon as you get them husbands, blessed Jesus, I rebuke that. As soon as you get that husband and them kids, right? Now you're going to be seeking God to protect them, to protect your house, to give them good health, to keep your children. Like, all these things is what I already pray anyways, but there's going to be things that come up that your children desire and want, things that you want to do for your children, things that your husband needs. You don't ever, like, you're never going to have everything you want. And so he had me just start thanking him, right? Because something he stressed to me, I would like to say, since I was probably a teenager, but really, like, I really understood it in college, right? It was always my prayer: send me nowhere and don't give me nothing if I'm not gonna act right. Don't put me in no position where people can be looking at me if I'm not gonna act right. That's always my prayer. So I thank him for the heart checks, right? My life, what he's telling me, sis, your heart got to be together before I put you into this stuff. That's why he said, the places I'm taking you, you ain't seen nothing yet. Your heart has to be right before I do that for you, Megan. For some people, it is different. He will elevate them. He will have eyes on them, right? And then he'll change their heart. Then he'll change them. And those eyes are still on them. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is different. But for me, no. Like, I've always known that, like, you got to be together before I take you where I want to take you, because of the influence I need you to have on people for your position, your job, your purpose. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to open up and share that with y'all, because what if you truly had everything you wanted? Like, he's getting your heart together in the times where you feel like you don't have everything you want. I'm in the season where you don't feel like you have everything that you want, where you are longing for the desires in your heart, right? Where you do feel like, hey, God, like you could fix this, and he's getting your heart right. The Monday motivation is the content go-getter. Contentment means to be happy, to be satisfied, to be at peace, okay? As believers, as children of the Most High, even though the quote says every child of God has an innate desire to do more and be more, as a child of the Most High, our faith alone is what should bring us contentment. He gave me 1 Timothy 6 and 6. Godliness with contentment is great gain. And for some of us, he's putting us there before there's any type of physical or material gain. For other people, it's the other way, right? But for us, right now, his children, right now, he is giving us that contentment in him and him alone before he gives us everything we could want. God, are you still going to be satisfied? Are you still going to be happy? Are you still going to be at peace? Right? Are you still going to be content? Godliness with contentment is great gain. Okay? No matter what it is you're waiting on. And I just be having to thank him, like, thank you for getting me together, because I don't want to be in it, and my heart is not right. Do you get what I'm saying? So what if you had everything you wanted, and we hit it in different angles, right? Like, first of all, what you want that's right now. That's a present moment type of thing. But everything you want should be in him alone. That's it. And that's what he's trying to teach so many of us. That's the season we've been in. Like, why I've been in isolation? Why you stripped everything from me? I know if I learned anything since I've been in this house, is that I don't need anything or anybody, because he took it all away. Okay. Every round of adding it back. He says don't act brand new, but he checks that heart to make sure that you are not acting brand new. Okay. Because we already know what it's like to be without a lot of it. Right. Now, for some, I say, like, he took everything from me. Girl, you was in a house. I didn't ask for a house. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the way he blesses us is so funny to me. Like, yeah, somebody who's desiring that so bad is looking at that like, you got everything you could possibly want. The same way I might look at somebody who got a husband and kids, but they're desiring to be in a house. And I'm thinking, you got everything you could possibly want. You got a man and kids, no matter where you live in, you got that. And I'm in the house alone. You get what I'm saying? It's so funny. But I hope y'all get what I'm trying to say. So, happy Monday.